Hello. This video is going to be used to show you how to use the online chart tool. This website has many options of different charts and graphs you can make. So for this project, you can figure out which one best suits you. So I'm just going to do a sample chart just to kind of show you how to use the website. So you're going to start with design your chart. It's going to come up with all these different options. I'm just going to do a normal bar graph. All these settings should be what you need, but if you felt like changing them, you can put them on their side. You can make them horizontal. You can make the shape cylinder rather than rectangle. I'm just going to leave it on the default settings. And then up here, it's going to ask for a graph title. So for something you could use this for in your project is plant frequency of a certain group of a forest or certain section of a forest that you found. If you marked off a 30 by 30 foot square in a forest, and then you just counted the frequency of different plants or animals that you saw. Something we could do here, like I said, is plant frequency. So on the x-axis, which is going to be the bottom part of the graph, you would put the different plant type, and then on the x-axis, which is the side, is going to be the frequency of that type of plant that you found. So what you're going to do down here is say you saw 4 different types of plants. So that you'd say items would be 4. You can put as many as you found, or as few as you found, and just change that to what you need. So my example here is I just said I found an oak tree, maple trees, honeysuckle, bushes, and pine trees. And then right next to it, you just put down however many you counted in that section of the forest. So my example says I had found 7 oak trees, 3 maple trees, 10 honeysuckle bushes, and 5 pine trees. These numbers are just made up. They're just used as an example, so you can see how to use this website. And so what you do from here is you just hit next. And under this, you can just change the font to whatever you want, whatever looks nice to you, but you want to make sure that it's readable so that whoever's grading your project can read. You don't want to pick something like this where it could be hard to read some of the letters. So I just stick with the standard format. And then you just hit next again, and what it does is it just generates this graph for you. So it just shows you a side-by-side comparison of how many pine trees, and you can see that there were more than the maple trees, but honeysuckle bushes had twice as many pine trees. So it's just a good way they could do this. If you wanted to, make another one for the different animals that you found. And so once you have your chart, you can just either hit next or hit save and share. And so you can download this chart. What I'd recommend is just using a JPEG file. So all you do is click this, and it generates it for you and opens it right up here under preview or whatever software you have on your computer. And then from here, you can just hit file and save on it. And it'll save it to your computer so that you can later download it and use it for your Wii video as your final product, or you can use it just as a side-by-side comparison with your other classmates to see the information they found. And it's just a good tool to get a good visual of the data that you've been collecting.